retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Yeah, we ran out of patience. Boil up with the cold hard hatred. I can feel the vibration. Feet in the streets, it's a new sensation. I wanna break faces on the pavement. I wanna make greatness look complacent. Adrenaline awakened, I can taste it. We can make an impact, grab and then take it. Like a disease, bring them to their knees. Take for their disease. Just like a weed, spread into the streets. Time to make them bleed. 'Cause we just want retribution. Let's go light up the darkness. Make true of an empty promise. Flip guards into weak and harmless. Take to the streets and turn them to a mosh pit. 'Cause we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution.
Oh, hey.
It's
Hey.
Thursday night, and we're back here.
We are. Whoa. It's just popped right back. What's up, Prince Adam?
Oh, you know, same old, same old. I'm just over here trying to master new streaming platforms.
Yeah. Hey, based on Tuesday night, it seems like you're making good traction with that.
We're
Pun
making
intended.
progress. You know,
Yeah.
I got 40 hours I got to put in throughout the week. Other places that cut me a good cut me a check to work there. So if it weren't for that, I'd have this thing mastered.
Oh, I know. Adam's a little money guy. He wants money to do anything. No, I'm just joking. That's a joke. That is absolutely
Mice
a joke.
run faster when there's cheese at the end of the maze.
Yeah. For sure. So big money's been laying it down all over the place. Everybody knows big money, man. Everybody does. What's funny is when we were at what race was that? That was just our last race there at Montgomery. Yeah. And we were sitting there and And it was Riley and I. Were you standing there? There was a bunch of us right in the
I was
starting
standing
line.
everywhere at that track.
Oh yeah, yeah. And somebody had a Big Money shirt on. I was like, oh man,
I think it was probably
Big Money. I can't wait to meet that guy. You know, like I've heard so much about him. I know that he ran in the ADRL. Speaking of which, great picture from 2005 in Ennis, Texas. That was a great event. And I have all the, as you know, Prince Adam, we have all the footage.
We've argued about that.
Yes, we have certainly argued about it. But I've always heard so much about Big Money that, you know, I was like, oh man, one day, you know, I'll get to meet him. Cause, you know, I've not been on this side of the fence in the racing community. So, you know, it's great because every race I get to meet, you know, these guys, put a name to the face and meet everyone personally. And so this guy, I'd say guy, fuck, he was about 10 foot tall, 500 pounds, giant dude. I was like, oh, Big Money shirt. And he's like, yeah, that's my dad. And I was like, oh, shit. Awesome, man. What's up? And he started laughing, you know, we all started hanging out talking. And it was pretty awesome. His son's super cool.
Oh, yeah. I've been down the middle of the tracks, a couple different races now.
Yeah. So, that's so speaking of which, I got to get used to that. Big Money is with us tonight. But before we hop on to Big Money, which I'm super excited for him to be on with us tonight, real quick one to thank our sponsors, Renegade Racing Fuel, Fuel Tech, and Chris Dunker Race Cars. Appreciate you guys and everything you do for us. So how was your 4th of July weekend, Prince Adam? Producer Adam?
Not too bad. You know, got to see some fireworks down at the riverfront. I live close enough to be able to hear them and see at least the ones that hit the higher altitude. But at the same time, like I mentioned, I've got a fearful pup that does not like loud noises or anything of that sort. So this time of year, he is all over me.
Hey, what's good, Carter?
What's up, Carter? But
I'm glad.
Got some good miles on the bike. You know,
good.
My 1 to 2 a.m. rides around town out on patrol.
Yeah. You mean your palatial estate?
Yeah, well, I pop out into town.
What is that, like a 6-mile ride around the whole thing?
That's why I got an electric bike.
Amen. Yeah, that sounds good. I mean, really, you could just go in your bush maze. What do you call those?
Labyrinth.
Well, yeah, okay, yeah, it's a good one. Yeah, good word. Your labyrinth. You could ride a good 10 miles in that thing itself.
You get turned around, you go 20 easy.
Oh yeah, you remember that party you had, and I got drunk, got lost in there, and no one could find me. And like you start yelling, "I'm in here! I'm in here!"
That was the party that inspired the purchase of a drone for just such search and rescue missions.
Fears is lost in the labyrinth. Got to get a drone. No, that's good stuff. But yeah, it was a great week. I'm glad to see that I still have all my digits. Nobody got blown up or dismembered.
10-10. That's what's important.
Did hear that somebody in North Carolina decided to put some type of explosive device on top of their head and pop their head like a watermelon. That probably wasn't the greatest idea in the world. I'm pretty sure they didn't expect that to happen. I think it was like a mortar tube or something, set it on their head. And it was just one of those freak gods that the mortar didn't shoot out. It actually went off in the tube and then off into his head too as well. So anyways, yeah, that was crazy, man. But I'm glad everybody's good, healthy, happy. And this is a good 4th of July, man. Great Independence Day. Super
yes,
happy.
Indeed.
It's one of my favorite holidays.
Yep. Always a fun one.
Yellow, red, white, and blue. You're welcome.
We get to look. Oh, yeah. Thanks.
Now, you won't get me to sing too often.
I don't try to. I don't go out on my way to have it happen. Known you for years. It's okay.
We will not get you to sing, Fears. Just maybe play guitar, and that's about it.
Yeah, we got you covered there.
106
days.
106 days. As everybody knows, Huntsville, Rocket City Drags. Looking forward to it. I know they got a show going on this weekend. Is that right?
Yes, they do. I believe our guest will be down there, and I believe he was down there. Well, I know he was down there just a couple weeks ago because I see him at the top of the points board. So
yeah, absolutely.
So he'll be there adding more.
Yeah. So what's that? The South? Who was that that's putting on that event? South
at the Southern Outlaw Shootout Series. I'm going by memory on that. I'm in the ballpark, I think, but
yeah.
May not be exact.
Okay. Yeah. Good. Yeah. He's getting some good traction. Super nice guy. Looks like
Traction's important in drag racing.
Yeah, I would say so. I would think so. But yeah, so he's getting some good traction with that. Yeah. Amen, Nick. Of course, dude. Let's go ADRL Nation. So, yeah, so it's going to be a big event. Looking forward to it. We're going to have, of course, the world's fastest outlaw pro mods, and I'm just going to get rid of that term outlaw. I'm just going to say pro outlaw, pro mods, pro outlaw.
No,
We're going to go back to this.
yeah, we'll discuss this at another time. But
It's almost like politics.
it is. It's semantics at the end of it, because unfortunately like we talked about in past episodes, and like we talked about with Brian and Tyler from The Verge, the term outlaw has kind of outkicked its coverage as far as what its initial intent was. And that has to almost happen because, really outlaw invokes Wild West, just a car held together by zip ties. That's what you think. But then, you always have to have safety, which I'm never going to argue or dispute that. But then it seems once you get beyond that safety part, outlaw kind of gets stretched. So yeah, it's all semantics. It's all branding. I mean, really, at the end of it, we got blower cars, we got nitrous cars, we got dragsters, we got no weight minimum, and we've got all the incentive and all the everything in the world to say go as fast as you can.
Preach on.
So call that what you will. Pro extreme or extreme outlaw.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's all about fast.
Yeah, that's right. That's exactly right. And it's all about going as fast as you can in a very safe manner, which is what we're here to facilitate, man. I mean, we got the tracks, we got the people, the crowds are getting bigger and bigger every event. Soon, or it won't be long before we're kind of back to the good old 20, 30,000 capacity. We'll get there. And we'll be having a great time. The blower cars are the best. Amen. I'm pretty sure Mad Scientist is going to disagree with that. I myself am a blower fan. I'm a blower guy.
It's almost, how can you not be? They look cool coming right out the top. It's just everything from when you were a kid you saw and then associated to speed and fast. So
yeah, I mean, if you're anything like me, I grew up putting models together, and my dad was into old Pulp Fiction magazines and Rat Fink and all that cool old shit. And that's what I grew up seeing was Rat Fink models and caricatures. It's a tough one. Anyways, and they all got blower motors in them, so that's what's ingrained in my brain. There's a reason why you don't see nitrous motors in old hot rod magazines. Just saying.
I'll tell you what, Turbo's making a push for it. I just saw a video.
I don't think nitrous was a thing back then.
I just saw a video the other day of a turbo and a blower car on a dyno at some convention. I don't even know where it was. I didn't do exact good homework on it, but
did you say turbos on a blower car?
Turbo versus blower car on the dyno.
Turbo versus a blower car. Yeah.
Who's going to throw out the most horsepower, and the turbo car edged him out by about 35, 40 horse.
I can see that. I get that, right? I understand the potential of turbos. The issue is the lag.
Sure.
And blower cars are instantaneous. So
there's pros and cons on every side of everything. And it's a matter of finding that, I guess, perfect balance or perfect fit.
I mean, we saw Totoro do it, right? Totoro's got turbo.
No one's going to say
he ran a 348 in Bradenton.
Sure.
I was there when he did it. What was it, 348 or 347? I can't remember. 348, I think. I don't know. You had those numbers down.
I used to, yeah.
Him and Scruggs were laying it down those first hot laps before qualifying.
Yep. Yeah, they were really putting on a show. No doubt about it that day.
Yes,
Facebook was a buzz. I recall that.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. So, So speaking of that, we do have Huntsville coming up, and we're super excited to bring the ADRL back to Huntsville. And have absolutely ass kicking race. Great time, great spectators, and we're going to bring the heat. We're hoping that we have just a banging. Well, I shouldn't say we hope. We're very optimistic. The car count gets better every event, so let's get a 32 car field. Wouldn't that be amazing?
Yeah, we'll figure out that problem if we have to.
I keep getting messages. I keep getting messages from new guys that I'm not familiar with, that haven't participated with us up to this point, or with me, I should say.
Sure.
And they're all gung ho and excited. There's some guys that are just finishing up their cars and got their blowers on, and I guess it takes a while to get a blower in. So
I would imagine.
things are getting finalized and guys are getting ready to rock and roll. I know that the dragster field is super excited. You know, I'm personally aware of quite a few extreme dragsters. They're going to be there.
Blasting my messages on an almost daily basis. Excited.
The Trolson family.
Yeah.
I love those guys, though. I mean, talk about gung ho. Like, dude, there is nothing better than just being so.
Speak of.
Yo,
What's up,
what's
James?
good? You know, but there's just nothing better in life than to be so overly passionate, not compassionate, but passionate about the hobby that you're a part of, right? I mean, it just gives you that constant dopamine. It's like you gotta have more.
Sure.
You gotta have more, you know, and it's just that adrenaline and
oh yeah. And it's awesome when one person has that, but when you see it, and you know, like we said with the Trolsons and then countless families throughout racing as we continue to meet more people, that's almost even cooler. Is that, oh yeah, I could understand if I was driving a race car, I'd be pretty pumped up and excited, but it's amazing to see the crew chief, you know, all the way down the line, the wife, everybody, the dad, every single person is almost at that exact same level of fired up and invested in it, and that's what makes it different from any other sport that you could see out there.
Yeah, 100%. And you know, look, it's one thing to have a hobby, and it's one thing. Hey, Byers, what's good, brother, man? It's one thing to have a hobby. We'll get you cars.
Yeah, money buys everything. Sure,
and money buys everything for sure. It's one thing to have a hobby, and it's one thing that when you're doing it, it gives you just absolute satisfaction and that adrenaline that we talk about. John Sullivan, what's going on? Oh man, speaking of which, hey, what's good, Mom? Everybody, Miss Bonnie Moore, Mrs. Bonnie Moore, my beautiful mother. But it's one thing to have a hobby, right? And to be passionate about it and love it. And I'm sure it gives some type of dopamine, like whether you're in a band playing in front of people or whatever. But motorsports has a whole nother level of thrill to it. It's absolutely, probably other than skydiving, the most, and base jumping, probably the most visceral thing you could possibly do. 195 right off the trailer. All right. Well, I'm sure him and Bubba are going to be swinging at each other. Looking forward to that. And everybody, actually. Not just Bubba. Looking forward to everybody getting at it right off the trailer. But it wasn't until I sat in John Sullivan's Altered and got to wrap it out a few times that I truly at that point understood. And I thought I was, you know, I always think, yeah, I'm a pretty cool dude, pretty badass or whatever. Dude, it takes a certain size pair of huevos, certain size sack to get in something like that and just let it rip, dude. Mm-hmm. And John Sullivan's banging gears, dude. That's a whole nother level. Dude's doesn't even have an automatic transmission. He's in an altered 4,500 horsepower, probably letting it rip at 6,000 or 7,000 RPMs right off the start, banging gears down the track. I mean, that is, dude,
it's a good time.
Hats off to you, sir. That's pretty bitching. I love it, Mr. Sullivan. And thank you so much. I've shown probably about 1 million people that video of me sitting in your Altered, although I haven't put it on Facebook yet. Jeez Louise.
Yeah, what's up with that?
Well, because I've gotten, I don't know, the kids are off school. We've done so much.
Mm-hmm.
So much has happened since the last event that it started to get drowned out with other pictures and videos, and I haven't downloaded everything to the server, so it's kind of gotten trapped down there. So I had to like go back and try to find it. But either way, I got to get it up. So without further ado, I am super excited to meet Big Money. Let's bring him on. There he is, Big Money.
How's it going, sir?
How are you, Bill?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh man, no complaints. Life is good. I know everybody, once we posted this, was like, oh man, you're gonna have Big Money on? Yeah, Big Money's coming on. So there he is, Mr. Walker.
I'm surprised anybody knew who I was.
Man, I have heard your name so much, man, honestly. And it was funny because I met your son in Montgomery. He had a Big Money Bill Clanton shirt on. I was like, There's the name again, Big Money. He's like, yeah, that's my dad. And I was like, oh shit. I was like, oh, that's cool, man. And then we hung out talking the rest of the time. So yeah, he's a really cool kid himself.
Yeah, he's a good one. He outgrew me a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, he's a big kid for sure.
He's too big. I was gonna have him in the car already, but he don't fit. So I had to get him a bigger car.
So, hey, man, I'm glad to have this opportunity. Thank you so much for joining us on the podcast. I'd have preferred to meet you in person our first time, but, this is still pretty cool to make the in person even better.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Hey, man. So, I was going back digging through the archives, and clearly you've run with the ADRL in the past, especially in its heydays. I have this awesome picture. God damn, excuse my French, but I gotta get used to my hands here. But this back here in Ennis, Texas, back in 2005, I think that was 2005, maybe 2008, somewhere around that time frame.
Somewhere in that neighborhood.
Yeah, back then.
The best times I ever had was back in the ADRL days.
Yeah, man. I'm glad to hear that. Well, we're really making a hard push to bring it back for everybody, and we're gonna give it hell. I know it's had its ups and downs, but thanks to guys like yourself and individuals that have run with us in the past, we've got a ton of support. So we're going to keep plugging at it, man. It's not easy. And I commend all the racers for hanging in there themselves and doing this year after year. After talking, who was that we were talking to in Montgomery who showed up, who runs in the NHRA now? He's a tuner. He was right outside the gate. He was giving us a breakdown of what it cost on an average for a racer to show up, and the fuel and the parts and I mean,
it's out of control.
It's not cheap, I can tell you.
Oh yeah, man, no, it's not cheap. It's one hell of a hobby, that's for sure. So I just want to plug away at some questions, man, if you don't mind. It's not an interrogation, just it's awesome to meet you, and I'd like to know more about you, brother. So is this something, did you start racing yourself, or did this come from your dad, or how did you get involved in drag racing?
My dad started racing in I want to say 65, 66. I grew up on the back of a trailer. I was in a playpen on the back of the trailer, so I've been around it all my life. And he run A gas, B gas, and then him and like Warren Johnson and all of them. He was actually around when they helped get Pro Stock started.
Wow.
They let them run fiberglass front ends, and then they put tunnel rounds on them, and then not long after that, they started Pro Stock.
Oh, that's awesome.
I've been in it I don't know anything else.
Well, you know what? And what I've learned from a lot of guys like yourself that are heavily involved in the drag racing, it's something you've either come from a long line of drag racing, whether it was your dad or whether it was something you started. Oh, here's my little man. He's all about it too, man.
We took Gage his first race. He was, I think, 3 weeks old.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
His first race. He got to meet Scotty Cannon in his first race, but he don't remember. But
yeah. You're just earmuffs as hard as you can, just like suctioning your palms over his ears, or you just let him rip it. But like, hey, let's just break these eardrums in right out of the gate.
Yeah, we created a monster, I think.
Yeah, no, man, he's had all the races. I mean, he's a really cool cat. So you're from around the Huntsville area, or more near Montgomery, or?
I'm in Rome, Georgia.
Oh, that's right. You're in Georgia. That's right.
Huntsville is actually what I call my home track, because that's where I learned to drive. The first pass I ever made was at Huntsville on a Sunday after the race. I didn't have a cluck into a burnout. I couldn't do nothing. But we call Huntsville our home track because, like I say, that's where I learned to drive, or started learning to drive. I'm still learning.
Yeah, I'd imagine it's a constant, it's a constant process. Well, I guess when you're figuring in technology, and the technology gets different, the tuning gets different, and this is just from an outside perspective. I'm not involved. I could just be talking out of my ass. I don't know, but just seeing, the evolution of technology, everything that I see, like Luis and Fuel Tech and what they're doing, and just, that's
the part I'm behind on. My dad was old school, and I'm old school. I didn't even have a race pack on my car till about 10 or 12 years ago. So
Yeah.
I'm way behind on technology.
Now you're still banging gears, right?
I still shift the gears. I still got a clutch.
Yeah, amen. I mean, that's to me, I think that and again, I'm not a drag racer. I grew up with a hot rod, right? I mean, that's about as basic as you get. But there's just something about banging gears that I feel like puts you in tune with the asphalt more. And I don't know, that may sound kind of corny, but
It's just the car overall.
Yeah, I mean, you have become now the brain of your machine when you're banging the gears versus just trans brake, flooring it, letting off and let it doing its thing, right?
The main reason I shift is because if it don't shift gears, either the transmission tore up or the stupid driver didn't push the button. So the automatic shifter, there's several different things that could cause it, and I like to eliminate all the bull crap. It's either me or the transmission. One of the two is not working.
Yeah, for sure. It kind of makes me think about the box and no box racing, like the box racing. I still don't understand it.
I have a brand new M&M automatic sitting in the shop, so I am going to make the swap here before long.
Oh, there it is. All right. No, that's awesome, man.
Just try to keep up. They say it'll help me. Pick me up. Little John says it'll pick me up a 10th. So if it does, I
think you're the points leader right now, right?
Yeah, I'm in the points lead in the Southern Shootout deal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. That's great, man. So you've been having some pretty good hits this year?
Yeah, I'm not where I need to be. I'm running low 90s, 91, 92s consistently. I need to be in the 81s, 82 consistently, but we're doing all right for what we have right now.
Yeah. And now with with your trim, are you set up is yours just straight outlaw trim? I'm going to use the word outlaw, but is it a pro extreme trim, or are you set up with some weight for some other series?
It's pro extreme trim. It's not as light as most of them because I couldn't afford the titanium and the lightweight parts. So it's as light as I could get it with what I got.
Yeah.
It's not legal for anything. So it's strictly outlaw stuff.
Yeah, well, that's good stuff though.
Telephone ring.
Yeah, it sounds like Star Wars. Are you a Star Wars fan?
I like the first two.
That's right. That's hilarious. Yeah, same here. First two, and then I was over it. I think they're still making them. I don't know what the hell's going on anymore, man. So tell me about your experience with the ADRL. So how did that all happen, and what was your experience with the ADRL in general? How long did you run with us, and give me some background on what it means for you to run with the ADRL.
Well, the first one I ran the very first drag stop.
Nice.
And we showed up, just a bunch of old rednecks, and they were like 57 cars or something like that, trying to get in an 8-car show. And I'm like, my God, what are we doing here? Wound up qualifying number 2.
No.
Really? No shit.
Won a 4 flat back in.
Wow.
I guess that was 2004.
No, I was really fast back then.
And then it just run from there. And then the next year he had the first full series, and we wound up number 2 in the points. And man, we had a ball.
Yeah.
All the way up until Alan Obby and all of them came in, and the money kind of weeded us out.
Yeah, I've heard that. And you know what? I've had my competition director. That was a conversation I've had several times as far as just, kind of keeping an eye on the weight and just, getting a good idea as far as what's going on, because the last thing we want is to have somebody with all God's money on the planet come in and have a 500-pound chassis. You know what I'm saying? Like, just, we want everybody to be able to participate, even though we have no weight restrictions or anything like that, in the spirit of trying to keep things fair. Right now, everybody seems to be kind of neck and neck. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. Well, what's it? Planning Kenny on what? I can't.
I'm keeping that one up until we find out this story.
Planting
Kenny on windshield.
Oh, on the windshield. Oh shit.
We were in Memphis running one of the ADRL races, and I done a burnout, and the motor went dead, and I'm like, a blower motor don't go dead in the water burnout. So Kenny and them, with the Lenco, you can crank the thing backwards just as good as you can frontwards.
Okay.
Pushing it. So Kenny and them was trying to get me pushed back because the other car was still running over there. And I just eased it in reverse. I'm going to see if this thing will crank. And when I dumped the clutch, it just stopped. And the next thing I know, Kenny is laying on my windshield. And he throws his hands up like, what happened? And I'm like, I don't know.
He was probably like, what in the hell just happened? Saw his light flash in front of his eyes for a second. Oh, that's good stuff.
Then we get back, and my dad forgot to put the fuel in the car, so we run out of gas.
Oh, no, it's those little things, I'd imagine. Just you're like, details. Oh, what in the hell? Really? Oh my gosh. That's fantastic, man. So do you ever run SGMP?
Run what?
South Georgia Motorsports Park. You guys ever run out down there?
Yeah, we run all the ADRL races back in the day. I won, I think, 2 or 3 of the ADRL races at that track. That was my favorite track.
Yeah, yeah. I'll tell you what, man. That last event that we had down there with Raul, the new track owner, they're really bringing that place back together. I guess apparently, and again, I'm just hearing this stuff. It's had a long stretch of some.
Me and Frankie Taylor run the first side-by-side 3-second pass south about Austin.
Really?
Nice.
Okay. No shit. Oh man, that's amazing, man. So do you and Frankie still talk?
Yeah, I love Frankie. Frankie's something.
Man, isn't he? Who doesn't love Frankie? I mean, he's
Maybe
about
I'll be as fast as Frankie one of these days.
Well, I was happy to see him out there at XRP, back on the track doing some stuff, Yeah. I talked to him at the World Series of Pro Mod, and he was going on about how long it took him to get his blower, but he had finally gotten it, and he was getting some things put back together. So I was happy to see that he's out there still laying it down hot and heavy out there at XRP on Clyde's track, man.
Frankie's a bad man.
Isn't he?
He is.
So what do you think? So with guys like yourself, champions and Frankie champions, what makes you guys take this however you want to take it, but what makes you guys better and respected and just overall better than everybody else? And I don't mean, man, I hope that doesn't come off the wrong way, but I mean, clearly there's guys that have a reputation like yourself and Frankie and Bubba and a lot of other guys, and other guys that try to take stabs at it but don't have that reputation. What do you think the difference is?
I really don't know. I mean, we just try hard, I guess, and we treat everybody like they should be treated. I mean, we're not out there being cocky blowhards, and we just race. We want to race. Me and Frankie, it was raining in Montgomery, the first ADRL they had there. We had a vote. They were like, who wants to call it? Because it was supposed to be like real cold on Sunday. 40 people raised their hand. They want to call it. And they said, well, who wants to rain it? Me and Frankie raised our hands, and we want to race.
And?
Well, we didn't get to race.
No, you didn't get to race.
Got outvoted.
They're like, yeah, no, you got outvoted.
I don't know. It's just, I don't know. Really, I don't.
It's probably.
We try hard.
What I see is the camaraderie, the level of commitment. I'm seeing kind of the commonality between the champions, right? And usually it's great support, and from what I'm seeing is a killer team. I mean, you got to have good guys.
If Frankie breaks something and I got it, he can have it. If I break something and he's got it, I can have it.
Yeah.
I've even took stuff off my car to let other people make the next round. So
yeah, man, yeah. And you know what? I've talked about that in the past. Again, being kind of new on this side of the fence and actually being able to hang out in the pits and meet everybody and just between qualifying rounds when shit's getting crazy, everybody's running around and swapping parts and helping each other, man. And that's a pretty awesome thing to see. It's genuinely like a family. I've never seen so many people want to help each other win or beat each other. I want to help you beat me, right? It's crazy.
That's the way it used to be. I mean, It's not like that as much anymore, but it used to be like we were running we drove 12 hours to Immokalee, Florida, running one of my outlaw buddies, Hugh Scott, and he's over. I pulled in his trailer, and he's over there with a hammer beating on his valves. I said, "What the hell are you doing?" He said, "I'm trying to straighten these valves." I said, "Why?" He said, "I got some bent valves." I said, "I got a spare motor over here. Go get the heads off of it." So he went over there and got the heads, and then outrun me and won the whole damn race. But he would have done the same for me. So
that's right, man. It's the karma. It's true sportsmanship, like what Mike's saying. You know,
we're there to race. I want to win, but I want to race to get there. I don't want somebody just to not race because I got a part and won't let them use it. So I'm there to race.
Amen. How many races a year is ideal for you? As many as you can get.
Used to I could race every day. Now once or twice a month is plenty.
Yeah, it's kind of getting your feel.
Yeah, I mean with all the maintenance and the work that's involved now, that's one reason I'm going to the automatic to get rid of some of the work.
Yeah, I've seen that. John Sullivan, we were down there and we were hanging out in his shop doing a podcast. He was showing all the clutch plates and just the whole thing that goes behind it. And I was like, wow, man, that's like a whole lot of extra.
We have to take it out every week and resurface it.
Yeah.
I got a great crew at the track, but when they're home, it's just me and one other guy and my son when he's not at work. So
yeah. How old were you when you first decided you want to get into a pro mod or a pro stock or a really fast car? How old were you at that point?
I was 8. Well, when I turned 18, I told Dad, I said, let's go racing. And then he said, well, do you want to go fast or do you want a bracket race? I said, well, I don't want a bracket race. So we went the rest of that year in hunting and finally got a car. And I made my first pass in a pro mod, which they didn't really have pro mod. They call them quick eights. Pro mod didn't even exist at the time. We had to run Top Sportsman, IHRA, and then quick eights on Friday nights. But that's the first car I ever got in at 19 years old.
Oh, wow. Was that, were you like, holy shit, what just happened? I mean, was it a shocker? Were you like, whoa, that was crazy?
Yeah, it was. But my dad, he was like, what did it do? Did it do this or did it do that? I was like, I don't know what it's supposed to do. I mean, I didn't have a clue. I couldn't even do a burnout the first time I went to the track. He had to get in there and do the first burnout because I couldn't even get it to spin the tires.
It's like holding the flashlight for your old man. You're like, I don't know, man. Oh, you got your dad just swearing at you.
Yeah.
Like, well, hold her. Like, shit, I don't know.
And my dad was rough. I mean, he was win or if he didn't win, he was mad. And if I didn't drive up to standards, I'd hear about it for the whole week.
Yeah, well.
But he made me what I am.
Yeah, I was gonna say that it's probably groomed you for how awesome you are now, man. Shout out to you and Justin Yaw. That's from Brianna Sullivan.
Yeah, that's John's daughter.
Yeah, John's daughter. Man, this whole crew is amazing, man.
Justin's one of my crewmen and one of their crewmen. He double teaming him and his daddy George Jr., who's older than me, by the way.
John Sullivan. He told me to go home and never come back.
One day.
Come back one day. We got the old landlord in the house. So I'm really looking forward to Huntsville, man. I personally have never been there, and I think Dave, the new owner, has done a lot with the track, and I'm excited to see the turnout and see some really good racing up there, man.
The track's working. We were there 2 or 3 weeks ago. The track was. I went in 92, and Batman, I think, went at 80 something.
Oh, you got okay. Batman was up there. Awesome, man. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was down there with us
on that list.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we're looking forward to it. I'm trying to get Scruggs up, but he's doing the NHRA stuff right now.
Yeah, you never leave Scruggs at home.
Man, I tell you what, though. I mean, isn't he just a super nice dude, though, man? I mean,
he's another one that if I called him and said, "Hey, I need something," He'd
Yeah.
give it to me or let me
A
use it.
hun- You know what? You're 100% right. You know, I'd talked to him on the phone probably for a couple months prior to me ever meeting him in person. I actually met him in person. He's like, make sure you come and see me at Bradenton. So at the World Series of Pro Mod when I was down there, or it was U.S. Street Nationals, one of the two. And you know, I saw him and I was like, oh, hey, what's going on, man? He's like, all right, so what do you need? And I'm like, wow, what? He's like, well, you need anything? You want anything? And I'm like, no, man, I don't need nothing. I don't need anything. I'm just saying hi. And he's like, oh, well, come on in. I met his dad and their whole crew, and they were awesome. But that was like the first thing he said is like, hey, I'm here to help, man. What do you need? And I'm like, I don't know. That's cool. But yeah. So, anyways, I'm definitely looking forward to Huntsville. I'm super glad that you were able to join us, man. Who do you think we should have on the next podcast, Big Money? Throw out a name.
I don't have a clue. I don't know.
We're kind of running. We're just making a list, you know. And everybody, it's awesome to have everybody on. We've had both Sullivans. We had Landlord and John Sullivan. You had yourself on now. That's just pretty awesome.
Well, the landlord. When I get my big blower, the landlord can hang it up.
Oh, there it is. Yes, finally. Yes, we love shit talking. I'm no good at it, but you racers are really good at shit talking.
Yeah, I tried to.
Frankie on there. You need to get Frankie on here.
Oh yeah. Oh man, he's hilarious. When we had Reister, Bubba,
And
Frankie at where we were Rockingham doing a podcast, and I'm gonna tell you what, them three were just it was they're just talking mad shit at each other. So what kind of car do you run? Big Money, what kind of car do you run? Is it the same? Your same whip up here?
No, I got a 41 Willis now.
41 Willis. All right, man.
It is. I get tired of the Camaros. I'm sorry.
See,
No, I'm not.
People don't like me, but I don't like the Camaro. The Camaro's a good-looking car, but it's getting to where what color car Camaro won the race this week.
Right.
And I think Pro Mod should go back to what it started, 70 model and older to where, in my opinion, but that's just me.
No, I like it. You know, I like Paul Gibbs' CUDA. I think he's the only guy I know who's got a CUDA.
R&R Speed Shop, Kevin Reed's got one. He'll be at Huntsville this weekend with us. He's number 2 in the points behind me.
Okay, right on. You guys, can you get him to come? Ask him. I don't think I do. Yeah, I mean, who would you say? Which speed shop?
It's R&R Speed Shop, Kevin Reed.
R&R. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know him personally. I'm slowly starting to build a list of everybody. So, you know, any help we can get spreading the word, getting everybody to the event would be super helpful. I'm just
they're out of Huntsville, so I'm sure.
Oh, okay. I imagine they'll be there then.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah, they've been doing our machine work and engine work ever since my dad raced. So we've been with them for 30, 40 years.
Oh, so they're proven.
Nice.
Yeah, for sure. So we do a segment, Big Money. We do a segment where, look, I'm a music guy. I love music, guitar player my whole life, right? I come from a long line of musicians, although they're, you know, being from Missouri, they're all from Southern Missouri, Ozark Mountains. So they're all bluegrass players, right? Love me some
the banjo.
Oh yeah, me too. Love it.
Can't play it, can't sing, but I love the banjo.
Yeah, me too. I mean, yeah, I could go on and on about a banjo and a mandolin and a fiddle. I mean, all of it. Anyways, but I'm a bit of a metalhead, and that's always what's kind of gotten me going through life. Whether I was in high school getting ready to fight somebody, or drag racing down the road, or whether I was in the Marine Corps getting ready to do some crazy shit, like music's always managed to kind of get me through life. So for you personally, when you're in the pits or you're getting ready for a race, are you listening to music? And if so, what do you listen to? What gets you going?
I go from George Jones to
Amen.
Finger Death Punch. So I'm
Nice.
Elvis Presley. I got an Elvis Presley outfit I was going to wear for the show, and the wife wouldn't let me.
So you're an Elvis Presley fan, I take it.
I love Elvis Presley.
Oh man, he was a stud. I tell you what.
But yeah, I listen rap. I listen to anything just about.
John, landlord said you played banjo and Duluth.
Yeah. At least I played banjo. I didn't have a pretty mouth though.
Yeah, that's right. Justin says your wife took your harmonica.
Yeah, she took. They gave me a harmonica for my birthday, and they hid it from me like 2 days later.
Oh man, you're just trying to lay into it.
I
Like,
was
I'm going to learn this
pretty
thing.
good, too. I thought I was doing good.
Got to start somewhere.
Yeah, amen. So, so what's your goals? This obviously, you know, with the series, trying to win the series there. But, do you have just as a racer or this year, or putting the automatic in? I mean, do you have a certain goal you're trying to hit? You're trying to get some 380s, 390s, which you?
Yeah, I would like to go 380s with what I have.
Yeah.
I mean, I probably won't be able to in this heat, but when it cools off a little bit, I'm hoping to get in the 80s with what I got right now.
Yeah. How's October looking down there in Huntsville? Is it pretty good weather? Cool, nice and cool.
We may have lost him for a second there.
That's all right.
Yeah,
we know how that works.
Oh yeah, no, been down this road plenty of times.
That's right, Dan.
No doubt about that.
Elvis Presley driving suit in the future.
Oh man.
Oh, Jeff, that's a great that's a great idea. An Elvis Presley suit, race suit. Yeah, with rhinestones and shit. It looked like Evil Knievel is what that ended up looking like. With rhinestones.
I figured help was coming from somewhere.
Yeah. 1 sec, Stu's on the way. What's up, Brianna? How are you, Mama? I hope all's well. Miss you guys. Miss hanging out.
106 days. See
you ladies are fun to hang out with, and I feel like what's weird is like Sullivan's daughters, Brianna and them. They're almost like my circle of friends here, like our circle of friends, right? Like they fit right in, like we're all hanging out. We're all going on float trips. We're all going to go party and hang out and have a great time, right? Like all of Sullivan's daughters are just like straight up down to earth, cool chicks. Love them.
I was hoping you were going to be nearby just in case there may be tech assistance or anything needed.
Oh, that's great. But 106 days till we raise the bar. Amen, brother. Well, we're going to keep
we'll
pushing
hit the
it
bar.
for sure.
After we
That's
raise
right.
it, then we go to the bar.
Yeah, right. Then we go to the bar. I wish, man, old school drag racing, Southeastern gassers. Man, I need to lower that damn camera. That thing's always in my way. There you go. Hey, look at that.
Yeah, I'm back. I had to get on the phone. The computer locked up for some reason.
That
you know what? I'm going to be honest. Your phone camera and the your voice sounds great on this camera. Actually,
make me look better.
Yeah, there you go.
That's why I offer to send those links both ways, just in case these things happen.
Back to like I say, I'm trying to run 380s, and I'm hoping to. Like I say, I got the automatic, and I'm hoping to get a screw blower eventually, to where I can get in the 50s and 60s maybe. And
yeah, so you're running a Roots blower right now?
Yeah, I'm Roots right now.
Okay, shit, I didn't know, man. Yeah, that's great. I didn't know.
Handicap right now.
Yeah. So correct me if I'm wrong, but I guess the screw blower takes a lot less to get turning, right? They're just more efficient.
Yeah, it takes a lot less power to turn. Plus, it puts out mine at 9,000, 9,500. It'll put out 40 pounds of boost. The screw blower will put out 60 pounds.
Oh wow. Okay. And then when you talk overdrive, what kind of overdrive do you got to have with the screw blowers?
Back when Frankie and them turned 125. And
yeah.
I'm sure I'll turn mine at least 125.
Yeah.
So I'm stupid like the rest of them.
You're just trying to get after it.
I'm just trying to. I want to be able to run with them. So.
Amen, man. Yeah, let's see. John says he runs 65 and makes 35 pounds.
Yeah, John lies.
He's back there chuckling. He's just laughing. You know what, man? I think it's awesome how all you guys.
John just jealous he can't drive a clutch car.
Just let me know if you need me to send you the link, John. You know I got your number.
Do you so do you say you have a Lenko, or what's the difference between a Lenko and a Liberty? Is that the brand or is that the style?
It's the style and the brand. The Liberty Pro stock. Well, a lot of the pro models got Liberty. Now, Liberty is a whole different. I think it's lighter or supposed to be quicker. I don't know. But
Oh, okay.
I'm always running Lenco.
Lenko, yeah, and that's I'm very familiar with Lenko. Although I have heard Liberty thrown out a few times, but again, I'm just learning, so I love asking questions because I get to ask the best of the best and get the firsthand feedback.
Well, I've never
Gilmore,
tried-
what's up, Bob?
I
What I think.
know a lot of people that have tried them, and some like them and some don't. So
Yeah, I guess it's preference, man. You know, like anything, you know, I guess kind of like your coffee. So what I think is awesome is how all y'all, it doesn't matter if you live in Texas or Michigan or North Carolina or Georgia or Florida. It's like everybody's still, it's like you guys are neighbors. It's like everybody's like neighbors still, you know, it doesn't matter how far away you live. Everybody's still like neighbors and talking shit and best friends. Like it's totally awesome.
that's just all one big family. We're like Little John. Little John got in my car the other night. Said he couldn't drive it because the brake pedal went to the floor, which is the clutch pedal. I don't have a foot brake. All I got is a handbrake. I got a gas pedal, clutch pedal, and a handbrake.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
It is so how does the handbrake work? It's just same thing. It's all pressurized. You just kind of pull it, and the harder you pull, the
push. You push it to stop.
oh, you push it to stop.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotcha.
And that was Scotty Cannon's was like that. And when he had his Studebaker, and I got the reason I went with it is because when you stop, when you pull the parachutes, you're automatically going forward with your hand because the G-force is pushing you forward. And when you dump the clutch, you're automatically coming back. So,
Oh, makes sense. It's all about the ergonomics.
yeah, it was.
So, yeah. Who built your Willis? Jason Byers wants to know who built your Willis.
It's a vanishing point kit. We built it in the shop.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's the second time I've heard somebody bring up vanishing point. Somebody built that I know that runs with this built a vanishing point dragster, which I didn't know they made dragster kits. Apparently they make everything. Did you know they made dragster kits?
I didn't have a clue.
Yeah, no, they do. So is let's say Justin, Little John, that's garbage truck transmission. Oh, that's funny.
I'm in the garbage business.
Oh, are you? Okay, right on. Business isn't like you own the waste management company?
Yeah, well, I own a private owned waste management. I do residential garbage pickup.
There you go.
Really? Oh man, I bet that's gotta be a banger. I always wondered how that works. So it's not just the city. You could be a privately owned company and do it, right? Like,
Yeah.
Or is the city gonna be like, stay off our turf, and then you guys have like turf wars and shit?
The
Gang
city,
fights.
Republic will come in and try to do that, but city don't care. They get
Oh
their
no.
city gets their money. I get a lot of mine that's in the city because they like me better, but they still have to pay the city, so they're paying double garbage.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, because that's just part of their city bill is trash, water, and whatever.
Water bills. So.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's
So
awesome, man.
City don't fight us, but the Republic will try to come in and steal them. But they don't.
I was just so that's so vanishing point. So is that it's a kit? Is it like a kit you buy? It's like, hey, you give them the specs, they send you everything, you put it together.
Yeah, I just called him and told him I wanted a Willis, and he sent me well, actually, this is the second one. The first one, I just ordered the kit with the bars, and this time I had him tack it together just to save some time.
Yeah.
They're all, like I say, he's got a list of whatever you want. Kits, 41 Willis's, 52 Chevrolets, new Camaros. You just tell him what kit you want, and he'll bend it and send it to you.
Oh, no shit. That's great. So he has all the, I guess, schematics or everything for those individual kits.
Computers, and it comes with a printout with what bar goes here, and they're all numbered. And you just it's like putting a puzzle together. You put 1 to 1, 2 to 2,
No, that's awesome. You just got to know how to weld and weld properly, I guess.
Yeah, that helps.
Yeah, it's like IKEA for cars.
IKEA for cars. I don't know. I'd imagine they're probably they're probably pretty awesome. And I'd imagine if you can do that kind of work on your own from an economic standpoint, it probably is pretty easy on the pocketbook. I'd imagine. You know?
Yeah, well, you order a chassis welded together, complete's like $15,000. The kit's like $3,000.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, no kidding. Shit. And that's the price you pay for not being able to weld. That would
But
be
that's
the price that I would pay for not being able to weld.
I wished I could do it the other way because it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
I understand why they get the money because it's the little stuff. Once you get the chassis together, that's the easy part. The small stuff, the steering, the seats, the pedals.
Oh, yeah. Because you have to mock them all up, and they've got to all be, I guess,
Custom.
yeah.
My crew got mad at me because I'd sit in it and we'd tack the seat in, and I'd come in while they weren't there, and I'd sit in again. They get back next day, I'd have the seat cut back. I would change the seats 7 times before I got it where I wanted it.
You're like, this doesn't feel comfortable. I need to push it back a little bit.
They come in. You're going to have to quit sitting in this damn thing and we get it done because we ain't moving that seat no more.
You know, I see what guys like Jeffers and Bickle charge for some of those for some of their chassis builds, man, and I'm like, oh my god, like it's just craziness. But I'd imagine that's complete. That's probably all in.
That's probably rolling most of the motor, and a lot of them's got a motor in them and everything. Just
Yeah, not me, man.
I'd love to have a Jerry Bickle chassis, but I can't afford one.
Shit, you're preaching the choir, man. I'd love to get. Actually, Adam and I just talked about this. I'm thinking about I believe the car I posted up from the ADRL Pro Extreme Tour 2008 Maryland International Driveway. Nick Rabes posted some stuff there. Yeah, I want to get into it myself. Like I said, I'm just now kind of at this point in my life. You know, my dad was an old biker, right? And but he liked hot rods. So you know, my first experience was a 70 Cuda. Was when I was a kid, right? Which was a pretty cool car. And then when I was a teenager, 15, before I could even drive, I had a 66 Mustang that, you know, I just dream about and I work on all the time, and it was great. But, you know, there's a long gap where I'd not been able to get into drag racing either because of finances or I was in the service or something. But I'm going to go to Frank Hawley's school or Roy Hill School, one of the two. I know they're both different. They both facilitate two different licenses, but I'm going to go get my license. I don't know if it's going to do me any good because how damn expensive it is to build a hot rod, and you got to have a crew. I don't have a motor guy. So you know,
I got a pretty good crew, so I can't complain there.
Yeah. I mean, you must, man. I mean, it sounds like you're laying it down hot. I mean, I'm not going to ask you how much your car weighs, but I'd imagine for it being a 40, what year did you say?
41 Willis.
41 Willis. I'd imagine it's a little bit on the bigger side than, you know, like a small Camaro.
Yeah, about 3,500 pounds.
3,500 pounds. I'm not gonna ask you what it weighs, but
those truck transmissions weigh a lot.
And them transmissions are heavy.
Shit.
It's not as light as like Little John Scruggs. It's a little less than 2,500.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, man. I could have never guessed that. Wouldn't have never guessed that. I mean, that's decent.
That's competitive.
Body's lightweight. I mean, we took 9 inches out of the rear of the body. We shrunk our geese did. They took and narrowed the rear end 9 inches.
He's still on us. Landlords in here. He's busting your chops still. Still lying.
He don't want none.
He don't want none. Yeah, well, we're gonna see, man. I'm looking forward to October. We're gonna pump this thing up and get a big crowd out there for you guys, and get a big full field, and you know, hopefully,
big blower by the time that gets here. He will be.
So, are you hoping? Do you have a screw blower ordered, or is that like a next year project? Are you trying to get it in this year?
I don't have the money to get one. Nothing right now. I mean, as far as blower. Things
Yeah.
got out.
Yeah.
Well,
How is that?
Run up on a deal or get some help somewhere and get one.
Yeah, that's I understand there's quite a difference. I know talking to Paul Gibbs, he said it's kind of had the same sentiments between, this screw blower and a roots blower, and we kind of went down that same rabbit hole. How's the side comment though? I know you're in the waste management industry and you have your own company there. Is other than fuel, is the economy kind of put a foot on your head at all, or is everything going good for you guys? Is everything up and up?
We're doing all right, but the city has raised the price on the dump here like 2 weeks ago, and
Oh, gotcha.
diesel fuel going up. I mean, we took a little hit, but we're making it. We
All
can
right. Well, I'm glad to hear it, man.
get this
Let's see.
kid out of office a help.
3,500 must be with Elvis's rhinestone. Just like, yeah, he's like, you should have a race suit, an Elvis race suit.
All I want, if I ever get the automatic in there where I don't have clutch dust all over me, that's what I want.
That would be absolutely amazing. I'll do everything I can to help get one made for you. I'll find a damn, what do you call them? Seamstress.
I know where they'll make one, but right now, if I get in there with a white suit, about 3 passes, it's going to be black.
Oh yeah. When I
get the automatic, then we can talk about the Elvis suit.
Yeah. All right. So does that clutch dust get up inside the cab whenever? Obviously it must. I figured the housing or the tunnel or whatever would maybe kind of keep some of that out, other than the exhaust.
But you still get in the
Can't
car.
get away from it. Yeah.
It comes out the little cracks here and there.
Yeah.
You can't get it. It's not like John Force and them, but now used to you get out and I'd cough up black snot bubbles and everything out of there. It takes 3 days to get all the clutch out of there.
Oh shit!
Wow.
Yeah, that's one thing that that you don't really think about drag racing. It's your castle that you're in. It's hard with those 18-inch thick walls. It's a tough reception. I know how Adam feels.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Those big limestone, 18-inch thick limestone stones you have on your. Yeah, it does cause problems.
I love killing him. Sue to the rescue.
Hold please. Stu's on the way again. Hold please. Oh, I love it. But yeah, man, Huntsville is going to be great. We've had so many people reach out about Huntsville. I'm just really, really excited about it. I think it's going to be next to Montgomery. The amount of feedback's just been crazy, dude.
Yeah, it's been kind of an escalation. I mean, Montgomery, and then Huntsville, and then right after that XRP. So yeah, it's definitely been an incline, which is good.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'm actually. Please put Sue on. It's her birthday. Oh yay! It is. There she is. Happy birthday! Happy birthday to you! Yay! That's great. Happy birthday, Sue. If you can hear us. John Sullivan says hi. Everybody says hi, Sue. Oh, there he is. Robert Gilmore. Gilmore says happy birthday.
It's 29.
29. Brianna says Sue's 29. Love it. Good for you, Bill.
She must have took a frying pan to him.
Yeah. It's like, damn it. You put me on camera.
Yeah. I told you. My one birthday wish was to not be on camera.
Yeah. You said when you did this, you would not put me on camera. I know it's my birthday. We're going in the dungeon. There it is.
I get in here where the Wi-Fi is. Maybe it won't block up. I don't know what's going on with it.
Yeah, you know, we were just talking about it's what happens when you live in a castle. You got 18-inch thick walls in your bunker.
I live in the back of the garbage truck.
Well, Big Money, man, we appreciate you. We appreciate you being on with us. It was cool to finally meet you. I've had the pleasure of meeting your son and all his friends. It was a good time down there in Montgomery, and Huntsville is going to be a great time, brother. So I look forward to you being up there, and you know, spread the word. You know, let's make it a banger. I'm gonna continue putting everything I can in there to get some good spectators for y'all like it used to be, and have a good competitive race for you guys. Have a full field for you. So you know, we're gonna keep plugging away. But I appreciate you being on with us, man.
Well, I appreciate you having me, and maybe I can run with y'all more.
Yeah,
a little more updated stuff.
yeah. Well, we'll put on a point series next year. You know, I think at this point, last year and this year is more me just kind of getting acclimated to the process per se. But you know, in the big scheme of things, it's all pretty easy. Just wanted to make sure there was enough life out there in the pro extreme and pro nitrous and extreme dragster trim that we could have something fun to put on for everybody. You know, so looks like we're definitely headed the right direction. So next year we'll do some points and you know make it a little more competitive for everyone instead of just you know fill in between races or something. You know.
Yeah. Well, hopefully it'll work out. Be a good deal like it used to be.
Yeah, amen. Well, I appreciate you, man. Tell your wife happy birthday. Sullivan says she's 29. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I'm only 25 myself.
Oh, okay. Well, you guys are holding it together. They're good in Georgia, man. I mean, geesh. You know, I got family over in Brunswick. I don't know if you know where Brunswick's at.
Yeah.
Yeah. My uncle owns a propeller shop, Domini Propeller, there in Brunswick. It's like, I don't know, 80-year-old family owned business. So
41 Willie.
What's that?
Is he going to sponsor a 41 Willie?
You know, I don't know. Yeah, who knows? He is a truck guy. They love them some hot rods though. But yeah, I'll ask. Why, you thinking about selling it and buying something else?
No, I need a sponsor.
The sponsors.
Gotcha.
Blower. I need somebody to help me with a blower.
Yeah. What's a blower run these days? A screw blower. Like even if you could find one that you felt was a fair deal, what's it running you?
The used ones are going for about 35 grand.
For a blower? Just for a blower.
Wow.
Wow.
I think you can get a new one for like 25, but you have to wait a year to get it.
Yeah.
Oh, so they're putting that hurry up and get it now tax on it.
Yeah, that's why the used ones are going so good.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. Well, I'll cross my fingers and do some praying for you, man. I hope you can get one sooner than later. And
I need all the help I can get.
Amen.
all right, brother. Well, we appreciate you, man, and we'll see you up there in October, and let's have a killer race, man. I appreciate you.
All right, thank you for having me. And anytime, just let me know. I'll come back.
Yes,
Awesome.
sir. Will do. Appreciate you.
All right, man. Thank you.
All right. See you, Bill. Man, I mean, seriously, like, is everybody this cool? And
Hopefully.
I mean, have you met any? I haven't met anyone yet where I was like, what a douche, or what an asshole. You know what I mean? Like everybody seems to be super cool, dude.
And like we talked about in the past, I think this is just one of those sports or one of those areas where you know they get weeded out when they just don't fit. They kind of end up getting weeded out one way or another.
Yeah, you know, I could take it. Yeah, and you know what? I feel like we're on the same page, so I'm sure she knows exactly what we're talking about. Like, oh, I can point out a few to you.
Oh yeah.
Shit, well, I lost my train of thought. There you go. There's the old man syndrome in me. Prices have gone off the charts. Yeah, I mean, I know for sure. You know, I'm thinking about what can I do in the Cutlass. So I'm on Facebook Marketplace. Probably shouldn't be looking at motors and you know, just seeing what's out there. I mean, dude, 40 to 60 to 80 for a motor. like full, top to pan. Like it's crazy. It's like, holy cow, man. Jesus.
Oh yeah.
I mean, so that is clearly the most expensive part of a hot rod is
No,
the
it's
motor.
one of the more important parts. Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
I could probably forego doors for an extra 50 horsepower if that's what you're telling me.
Yeah. No, I mean, that may have been a really dumb comment. That's probably, maybe I meant to say that in a rhetorical way.
Nope, I get it.
Yeah. But no, everybody's super cool, man. Like genuinely, I don't know. I feel like I have sort of missed a calling in the drag racing world, man, because I feel like I connect with everybody. At first, I thought it was the music industry, but there's so many pretentious. In the music world, dude, there's so many.
Assholes.
Oh, it's so bad, dude. There's so many pretentious.
Yeah.
Ego-driven, and not that that's not in drag racing. I mean, clearly, to be competitive, you got to have some kind of ego. But the music world is just when artists and everything else is just totally not the same. Just mine complete proven. But genuinely speaking, man, everybody is really, really cool. I haven't met anybody yet. Although I do see, I do keep hearing about people screwing with other people's cars in the pits at some of these events. You've been seeing that?
I mean, there's going to be crazy stuff at everywhere, unfortunately.
I mean, no, it's like it's almost like an epidemic. Like I keep seeing things like, it happened to us. We weren't expecting this. Somebody was screwing with our idol, whatever, or somethings, or messing with our shop. Like, God, I mean, really? Like, come on, man. Like,
good way to get beat up.
Yeah, or getting drunk and slamming into somebody's car.
Yeah, seen that happen.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. But everybody's pretty cool about it. And I'm sure it's understanding. It's late at night. Everybody's in the pits getting tore down, having a good time.
And things happen.
Things
as long
happen.
as it's not malicious.
Yeah.
It's understandable to most extents.
Yeah. So, well, that was cool, man. I'm super glad we finally got to meet Big Money.
Yeah.
I've heard so much about him in the past couple years. Just generally speaking, I've seen his car a million times from all the old ADRL stuff. And I as ignorant as it sounds, I don't think I realized just how tight he was with the rest of the boys, like Frankie and all those guys, man. Like I just had no idea. Mine was messed with, I believe. Really?
Is this
Oh, wait. Is this? Oh, yeah. No, I didn't win. I think somebody messed with my shit overnight in the pits.
I mean, the shoots did come out early. I can attest to that.
Yeah, somebody messed with the shoot pins. So I was messing with my pins. They were loose.
Yeah, I didn't figure it was at
for sure.
our event. Or I'd figure you would have mentioned something about that before, but
yeah.
I couldn't pass up the opportunity to get that little jab.
Yeah,
that's just how it goes.
No, you're good at that. I'm not good at talking shit. I've just never been a shit talker. I don't know.
Nope. That's my job here at the ADRL, if need be.
Yeah. Adam will be the instigator.
Oh yeah,
I need you to facilitate that. We'll when we get Frankie and
full filters on Thursday nights. So
dude, we'll get Reister and the landlord and God. John. Well, we'll get like 6 of them in here at the same time, man. Big money
table. Oh, I would love to do a round table like that, to where we've got, Frankie, Bubba, Clyde, John, Sullivan. Go down the list and just hit record and sit the F back. That's all you'd have to do.
And it's great because they love it. It's like the guys work so hard. He was moving to ADRL with Rick Smith, Tommy Mooney, and many other racers. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I did indeed have Adam pull a few.
You'll never find footage of me near your pits.
No, Adam's on a Burrow Max with a camera in his hand.
I cover ground.
He does. He does. Yeah, about 40,000 steps a day cover ground.
Yeah, I've got a little different approach or take I think I'm going to go with on Huntsville, but we'll see. I'm still mapping everything out in my head, still planning everything out. I've got some new equipment, got some new ideas, so hoping to kind of freshen things up a little bit.
Well, we have to get another Bromax.
Yeah, I just don't want any more negative comments like I received on my last live stream. Oh, I remember every name.
Oh, I remember everyone.
Oh, I do.
Everybody's
It's
name.
okay. It was amateurish. I am an amateur.
You are. I mean, hey, you got to start somewhere, though.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
I don't know. I think you're doing a great job, dude. I mean,
That's my third race and probably the second live stream of a race. So the amateur as amateur can get. Hell,
Yeah,
I'll
yeah,
even
yeah.
go as far as to say rookie. So if
Hey,
you're
but you
gonna
know
call
what,
me
man?
amateur, I'll take it.
He wasn't purposely, but he did message.
Massage.
Oh, I can't.
Massage my shootout. You know?
Massage my
Oh man, if it was Tuesday, I'd have so many more comments for that.
If it was Tuesday, yeah, this could have gone a whole different direction for sure.
Just wish I was an alien so I could get 4 hands on you. We'll have to wait till XRP though.
This ain't Star Wars. This is not Star Wars.
I
You're
know,
not a-
I know, but that 4 hands massage that
Oh.
we're gonna get after the win down in Texas, it'll be.
Well,
it'll
I
be
don't
like-
know. Don't know about that, but that sounds interesting.
Oh, it will be. I don't think James is too keen on the idea of somebody touching his body, but
Oh, that's right. We did kind of have that conversation. Hey, were we in Renegades pits talking
yeah.
about that?
It was getting
yeah.
wild in those pits. It was fun.
Yeah,
time.
oh yeah, man, those guys are super cool too, man. I wonder how Toby's doing. Hope everything's good with them dudes.
Looks like everything's going good from what I could tell on Facebook. And yes, James, I can spell. I just can't put it up. I'm sure you can understand. You Trollsons in chats, I'll tell you.
I love it. I absolutely love it. Hey, I do again. I want to thank Renegade Racing Fuels, Toby Baptiste, and his organization for sponsoring us. Luis and Fuel Tech Racing. Appreciate you guys so much. Thank you again, and of course, Chris Duncan Race Car, Amanda, and Chris Duncan. So, you guys are awesome. We appreciate all your support. If you're looking for any merchandise, again, we got plenty of merch. Got some ADRL merch here. Other side. We've got some killer hats. If anybody's interested, I am just going to be totally transparent. You will get your merchandise. I'm just a little slow. All right. I'm facilitating it myself. I'm a little slow. Kids are out of school. We got a lot going on, but I promise you, you get it, just not like in a week. It just takes a little bit of time. So just bear with me. Darlene, I'm surprised she hasn't sent me any hate mail yet.
And we're looking into changing up the process and flow that's going to facilitate things a little bit faster and display the full range of customizable options that each hat has. I mean, that's the one thing I love about the hats and the merch that we're doing is we're looking to make every item customizable. It's not just a cookie cutter. This is the black and gray hat.
Right.
You know, with each hat, you could choose color of your patch, the design that goes on your patch, everything like that, placement of the patch. So good stuff. Good
Great stuff. And for anybody looking for a new pit bike or a pit vehicle, I am 3 to 5 business weeks. Yes, probably about that.
It's not.
You know,
I mean, I wish I could
long as
say
you're-
that is so wrong, James.
No, as long as you're not like in a super hurry or need it. Look, if you absolutely need it by a certain date, I will go out of my way to run it down and have it overnight express, regardless of what I've got going on. I'll make sure somehow, some way it happens. Not that I shouldn't do that with every order. However, there is just a little bit of a process, and it's. But everybody's gotten their stuff, so
but we're getting there.
But to pit bikes, so the ADRL we are dealers for Burromax. I don't know if any of you guys at PRI or if any of you guys own a Burromax electric pit bike. They're so awesome. Adam and I, if you've ever seen us at the events in the pits, you see us on the Burromaxes. They're really great. So if anybody's looking for one, you'll get an ADRL discount. Shit, I need 100 shirts tomorrow. Oh boy. All right.
Nevin's gonna be thrilled about that.
Yeah. All right, Nevin. Yeah. We need to get on that one, brother.
Yeah.
But if anybody needs a pit bike or you're just looking for an impulsive purchase, I'll give you a great discount. Call me or message me. Send me an email, Ryan@adrltour.com. I'll give you the pricing. There's a lot of different sizes. Just go on burromax.com. look at the different sizes, decide on which one you want, message me, and I'll give you a price. Still waiting on Nick to buy his. No, I'm just kidding. Really, I am. But yeah, so they're there. They're awesome. Adam and I have one. We're going to get another one for the crew. And if you have any questions about them, let us know. Other than that, still need Epic Bromax promo vid.
Don't threaten me. I've got GoPros.
Yeah, I mean, we could actually drag race them. We'll just do a pit bike race. Sounds good. We'll do a bracket race. How about that? 100 foot
ramps.
Huh?
Ramps and pyrotechnics.
Yeah, parachutes. Well, we'll get John Sullivan. Maybe we'll get Sullivan to fly a plane, and we'll drive one out of the back of a plane. The parachute.
New Burromax big wheel bike.
Oh yeah, that's the one that looks like the that looks like one of those Coleman mini bikes, but it's the Burromax 1600. It just has bigger balloon off-road tires. It's pretty badass, actually. Yeah,
there would be plenty of that B-roll footage of me bleeding, but the end result would be great.
Yeah, it would be great. So, all right. Well, thank you for everybody that tuned in. And again, like, subscribe, comment, follow us on YouTube, follow us on Facebook, share it. You know, we are getting great traction. We're actually being monetized at this point. Adam, between the content, the videos, and everything we're doing, we are getting some monetization from Meta, from Facebook, which I didn't, or YouTube. I don't even know really, frankly, where it's coming from. However, I'm seeing the deposits. So great job, Adam.
Yeah, that's Adam's job.
Yeah, that's Adam's job. I just forwarded him the deposit emails. So it's great. We're seeing it. And leave us some stars, leave us some comments.
For those mature audience members, you can also join us on Tuesday nights, 8 p.m. Central Time, for a podcast. It's called Bet You Didn't Know, but it's really kind of devolved into ADRL Unfiltered. So
yeah, it's almost like Bet You Didn't ADRL
you don't know
After
what the hell we're
Hours.
going to talk about.
It's crazy.
I never do. I prep topics and things like that because historically it started off with a interesting facts and things from history, but
I still like that platform. We should still
I do
do
too.
that.
I do too. It's one of those things that we almost either would have to do an ADRL After Hours show and make that be its own thing, and then kind of reclaim Bet You Didn't Know back to the.
Well, why don't we do that? Why don't we just do an ADRL? Let's do a Monday night ADRL After Hours.
Not opposed to that. Anybody in the chats have a better night suggestion? And I'm not saying Monday night's not good, so don't get me wrong there.
Could be Sunday night on the holy
It
day.
could. I mean, I've got the podcast that I'm looking to do that I'll be doing either Friday or Saturday nights, which would be the one where I'll go live and then offer out links and things like that for people that are at drag races to join in and show where you're at, talk about where you're at. Let's see some tracks, let's see some races, walk around through the pit. You kind of experience drag racing. So
yeah, it'll be like a satellite type podcast where no matter what race you're at, people can tune in, go live.
And I don't care if, as long as it's a drag race, give me a holler. Tune in, chime in.
Automotive. Motorsports. I mean, I know it could get confusing with Prince Adam. However,
American Drag Racing League, American Motorsport Drag. Whoop.
Wait, what?
The name's just American Drag Racing League. So, hey, from my perspective,
as long as it's drag racing,
it's drag racing and it's here within the states. Hit me up. Hell yeah!
I'll shoot some videos of the track tomorrow. Oh, awesome!
Tomorrow's Friday. Jesus. Okay, well,
so just do it, Adam.
I'll see what I can
start
try
tomorrow.
To do to throw it together. I'm looking to do it through that Streamlabs platform. If
you need any help, let me know. I'll be your guinea pig there.
Yeah, we'll see what we can figure out. I mean, it's looking like what it's coming down to is Adam's going to have to upgrade his computer, so we'll get there. But all in good time. We'll limp it together, even if it's just through StreamYard here. Not a problem. So we'll make it happen. But yeah, definitely for anybody that's interested in that, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel and click the notifications bell so that you are alerted when we go live.
That's right. Well, thank you everybody for tuning in. We love you. Much love. Peace and chicken grease, and we'll catch you guys next Thursday.
Indeed. Don't say those words. Don't say those